Podcast, read all about it. When it comes to podcasting, we are number one. All these sponsors ready, the big step ready, the internet above the up. Welcome to the Friday, Hey Arima,
hey Digo,
hey Brooklyn,
big up Canada,
hey Caroline,
down in Tobago,
Shady Life, UK, London, Shady Life, everybody get Shady Life. Why?
Friday in the place,
Random singing.
Friday in the place,
Take your phone now. Shady Life, hey dog,
Shady Life, Debbie,
Patrina,
Shady Life, Jacksonville,
Shady Life, Todd, Kellyanne, Shady Life,
Sadie and Joanna,
Shady Life, everybody get Shady Life. Friday,
and
line, start the show.
Babla people like you know.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Pizza.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
Bespoke Productions TT and Clinical Media Group presents Aurora.
Aurora is like a dream come true. I was sitting here wondering when I could connect like this with you guys again. Aurora is a new day for you, a new day for us, and a brand new day for me. Don't give up on me. Last time we was down in South and we had a ball. San Fernando Real show up, but now all they say we need to come in town. Well, we in town. Forward a line, don't cross the line. Forward a line, don't cross the line. I given all a little bit of everything. Some reggae, some soca, some soul. It's your girl Nisa. Make sure, get your tickets, come on down, meet me and some of my friends.
Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band. May 24th, 2025 at Central Bank Auditorium, Port of Spain. Doors open 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $250. Special guest artists Sapphire, Shanzi, GSG, Rhonda Joseph, Rolly R, Tinique Beckles, Darren Sandy, Blessed Messenger, Terry Lyons, and JD. Aurora's DJ JL. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge Barbershop, O'Mara Plaza, Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Europe Enterprises, Point Fortin.
You could push me, I could fail.
Aurora.
Let me go. Frybeck, and line.
Labre.
share the life.
Point for
Share the life.
UK, London, share the life.
Everybody just share the life
Ooh,
away. Oh.
Fry bacon the place.
Random singing.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Fry bacon the place.
But take your phone, take your phone, take your phone and
Share the life.
Harima,
Share the
I
life.
see Sando,
Share the life.
Brooklyn,
Share the life.
London,
Share the life.
Canada,
Share the life.
Jamaica and all over the world. I say come on.
Share the life. Share the life.
Share the light,
Share the life.
Shut it up, 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 shut it up. Mix it up and share the life, mix it up and everyone from all over the country. Big up everybody, come and line with we, yo. This is Nisa and JD. A serious thing going down, baby. I tell you right about now, I say the vibes now start. Big up everybody where you are part. Everybody we are soldier or daughter. Like we are say we depart no was cause we
Private.
Private.
I'll pull it back. I'll pull it back.
What can I get? Yes,
I'll pull it back.
who down there? 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 Dafina down there. Easy Tommy. Easy Alicia. Easy Patrice. Easy Cindy. Alright.
Alright.
I tell you. Share it up, share it up, share it up.
Hey Jackson, what a go on?
Wagwan Jackson, Wagwan Aidan, Wagwan Alicia, Wagwan
I don't like
Tommy,
this wigging.
Wagwan Pino. Pulo!
You know here now.
Why?
Never go and change it and come back.
No, do not.
Hey man, I don't like it. It just like clothes, it's supposed to get a kind of energy and a vibe, and I get no vibe tonight from this wig.
Done.
Hey Jacqueline or Jacqueline. Hey Frobel, wait, I'm gonna change it now.
Sup, Fro? Sup, Fro? Good night, good night. Easy, Frobel. Bro,
When we go to the break, I'll change it.
maybe when we go to the break. But you look beautiful. You always look,
Thank
you
you
look
so
lovely.
much. That's not it. What
What
I'm
about the
speaking.
break? I mean,
I just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. You know, like if you put on a jersey and the night before you say I'm wearing this to work, and then you wake up and you put it on, and then it's like I don't like how this looking.
no, I don't know what you mean.
Okay. Hey Kiwi, Kev, Primus King. Happy Saturday, everybody.
We are here. All right, how we looking? Let me see. Of course, we want to say, hey, Ocean, I'm now seeing where Ocean boy, because I'm now looking for the shares. You understand? Let's start it. Welcome inside another edition of JD's Vlog. What's up? My name is JD.
My name is Nisa.
And this is the Fried Bacon Line. Shoo! Every single Saturday, 7:30 p.m. We are here with you guys. You all could be doing so much other things on a Saturday. And I am really thankful for all you who the diehards. For everybody who passed through it, but there's some diehard persons. All you know all yourselves, Saturday don't pass. As a matter of fact, we was on work yesterday.
Somebody jumped the gun yesterday. Who was it?
Jacksonville, you know.
I was shocked, because I know Jackson's supposed to know the order.
Earlier, Jacksonville message and say, we all here 7:15. I say, we on work.
Ocean said, share the live, don't get me vexed.
Yeah, so, you know, when he did that, I say, hey, you know, people, we don't take for granted all you all who just, you know, look forward to the show. Those of you all who send you all donations, you know yourselves. And hey, watch me, real talk, it comes in very handy, you know what I mean, to do things like this. Wait, hold on. Oh God, wrong one. To do things like this.
You had a chance to get it right and you pressed 3 different things?
Yeah, bye.
Good
All right,
night,
so
Alicia Emmanuel. She says she'll be listening while she's working.
oh, wait, what are you doing, Alicia?
All of that is our vibes too.
All right, so if you notice now, last week we only had 2 cameras because the last lens we had was, oh my God, no, we couldn't even show it. So now we're fully clean. That's Nisa. Wave there, Nisa. Get on my wave. Yeah. Nisa,
I wish people. Oh, that is you.
Nisa don't like the.
I don't like makeout, like everything.
It's not
you
a
don't
make.
need to
It's not a
say.
makeout scene. We are giving
Just say thank God, nah.
persons
Just say
the
thank God.
update. Remember, right?
Yeah.
We are a family. So if we just give an update anyway. So we fully clean now. That is Nisa. This is me here, right? And this is the third. So we good. We clean. We don't have nothing out of time. What happened?
The
You don't know
freshest-
to give God
the-
praise.
That's the freshest alderman stayed home from Pan on the move, so he taking in the live. All right, brother. Pan on
He
the
say
move
from
is where?
Panama. That's Kevon. Well, Kevon, drop a bomb for you.
Pan on the move is where? I know Point Fortin having their Borough celebration, so I guess Pan on the move was tonight. I guess so.
Yeah, Borough did not hold back on the celebrations.
Well,
Borough is, when you say Point Fortin Borough Day, I think that is the leading in Borough Day celebrations, you know.
I don't know. I am
Nah,
not
nah.
accustomed being a part of any real Borough celebrations because all
No.
I would partake in is the spiritual part of it. So I don't really know.
No, what
you
I
know,
mean.
I don't really know. Just like when they have carnival and we have the, the church night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is where my
No, but they're leading because I don't think any other corporation is do even the gospel night.
right.
I
gospel
from
night.
respect to Napuna Corporation, all you know, I have a heart for all you, but now way. Already, Point Fortin on the next level. Next level, all right? Yeah, so we start the show?
Let's start the show.
We started, yeah?
We started it, yeah.
Yeah, we good to go. Start already. Right, so of course, let's get into our sponsored,
Yeah, we have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to sponsor time. So
and we.
we had 2 minutes. So how was your week?
Thank you. My week was pretty tiring.
Yeah, this week was.
I don't know what's going on. I think
You're
I
getting
need to get
older.
some-
You're getting older, and you're taking the people tonic, but you know what you're not doing. You're not resting
I'm taking it tonic and it's still not working. You know?
because you're not. You still have to. Okay, you still have to apply rest. You know, if you don't rest, but you're still just taking vitamins, you know, it's like you're contradicting. You still had a factor in rest, and the older we get, people say that when you go to bed after 11, you're doing yourself a grave injustice.
And then we just go to bed half
Pretty
past
late.
1, 2. This whole week was a half past 2, boy. Mash my bad.
Yeah, this week was tough.
Yeah. So and then waking up for 6:30. Yeah. So this week was rough. Shout out to Little Caesars. I did a Little Caesars advertisement today. Look out for it. Let me tell you something. Monday, please God, look out on all Little Caesars social media platform. Real nice vibes. Thank you, Little Caesars. How was your week?
Same, because you know we do mostly everything together. Even though I don't have a before radio job, I have a lot happening in my head. I have a lot happening. I have music to do. I have people to manage. But I had a good week. Ocean said we should be ministers of podcasts. So I know Trinidad, our government
Yeah, we have a
would have sworn in. They would have sworn in their ministers today.
yeah. So let's give congratulations to the UNC Prime Minister Kamala. There's
Yeah,
where you
go
had to
ahead.
jump in and help.
No, you can go ahead.
Prasad Bissessa. All right. Why I paused, an awkward pause, is because I've always had trouble pronouncing her last name.
Right.
And you guys helped me in a very, very fun way that I would never forget again.
Yeah.
Shout out to JL and Nisa.
Actually, it was me.
It wasn't you? It wasn't JL?
It was me.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to tell them?
I taken my flowers and I find, you know, you have to remember properly. So JD has a problem pronouncing Madame Bissessa's last name.
From day one.
So I told
coulda-
him a very easy way to remember it. As for me, you all know long time it had this song, roll up the dancer, Bissessa,
Bissessa.
B. You're still saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, Bissessa.
You didn't say T.
No.
So roll up the dancer, Bissessa. Oh, better. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, I know that song." So now that's an easy way for him to remember.
Yeah. Blow my
Big up
mind.
you.
I was like, all right.
Big
You
up you.
understand? So yeah, and so today they would have do the signing in. They sworn in, and all the ministers were put up. So, you know, exciting times for Trinidad and Tobago.
JD pauses while he reads and I have no idea when he's going to just stop. So I have to, sometimes
I need to stop
look-
doing that.
Yeah,
Because I
it's-
see people do it on other lives, and I'd be
it's
like,
really-
why they stopping that thing? Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah. But Nisa speaks and watch. I can't do it. I just had to stop. I had to stop and do so. Check with her. I had to stop and do that. All right. All right. So let's go into the sponsored hours. First of all, this 2 hours are sponsored by our next sponsors, Little Caesars. Always the most affordable when it comes to pizza. Trinidad, Tobago, the Caribbean, the region. All right. This one is only $105. It is the hot and ready stuffed crust cheddar flavor pizza. Hot and ready means that you just walk in and walk out. It's right there in front of you. You walk in and walk out. And it's fresh. And this one is a little bit overboard when it comes to the pizza. So with the cheese. So you have cheese in the crust, then you have cheese on top, and then they have irresistible cheese on the outside on the crust. Here now.
Not irresistible.
It's done. It's done with them, Little Caesars. So thank you so much, Little Caesars. The kids love it. Young at heart love it. Persons who are not, kids love it. Older people love it. So shout out to Little Caesars. Thank you so much. Go and get the family an affordable, high quality, good tasting pizza.
Yes, I.
Little Caesars. Also, this hour is sponsored by
Bold
Bold
Designs.
Designs. Tell them, Nisa.
Well, I don't have any.
Mechanics.
You tell them Nissan. You give me no mechanic.
I thought I gave it
Good night to you, Euclid Antoine. She or he says, because I can't tell the gender yet. Night, JD and Nisa. Hayden is asking who cooked tonight, and he said we have all on a diet. Well, all you know, the logistics of this fry bake thing change long time. I haven't made some bakes in a while for many reasons, but Hayden, go easy on me now, I ain't able. All right, so let's go with the mechanics for Bold Designs. It's a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for people who like to stand out, like me. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road in Trin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are also available.
Yeah, get a Maria number there one time. Just hit the thing. All right. So these are some of Bold Designs design, ladies.
For those of us like me, I don't know, I thank God for online things these days. I mean, going outside and walking into a store is a vibe, yeah, but when you could just see a page and contact the person and get something delivered, it's also much more of a vibe. So if you want to contact Bold Designs, you can WhatsApp or call 344-9898. That number again, 344-9898.
Yeah, thank you to Bold Designs. Right, here what's going on now. The time is ticking. It's right around the corner. Oh my
is
gosh.
Aurora, the concert. I love this flyer. It does make me feel a little, colors just make you feel something, right?
Drop your volume on your phone, I think. Yeah, colors make you feel what? They don't do anything to me.
Okay, well, for people who are, how to call it, not empaths. There are people who understand that things like light could be therapeutic. So if you go into a very soft lit room, you feel a particular way. If you walk into a room that just have white community center lights, you feel a particular way. If you start to dim them lights, okay, well, I'm talking. So if you dim them lights, you start to feel a different way, especially if you had to sing or do a poetry or a monologue or something like that. So when I saw the flyer, the picture, the colors, the hue of purple brought my energy a little down. Tammy is saying the audio is a bit low. Anybody else, if you're hearing, let us know if the audio is low. It's loud in my ear, but let me know.
Let us know, please. Low
Or
audio.
Tammy, make sure and check your phone as well, all right? So we'll wait for other people.
Yeah, let us know. All right. We'll get to the shares just now. So yeah, this is what we're talking about. Nissan concert. Aurora is happening. And listen, I feel like I want to tell Ole, and this is not just no marketing talk. I feel like I want to tell Ole, go and get Ole tickets now. Because this event is going to be sold out. And you don't want to be a week before or on the day you left outside and you don't get to support our girl Nisa. She's been practicing and it is absolutely fire. Happening Central Bank Auditorium, starts at 6 p.m. but the doors open at 5. Come down early. We're doing it theater style. That means we're starting on time.
Well, you know what on time means? You know, when you go to Queen's Hall and places that have a strict time policy.
Yeah.
I know some places will close the door if the show starts and you're outside. So you just missing thing.
Starting on time.
That we don't let that happen, all right? So
And we don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so you just need to be there very early, all right? So the tickets are only $250, and it is going to be amazing.
you're gonna give them ticket locations.
Yeah, right. Ticket locations, all Little Caesars outlet. Wherever it has a Little Caesars, walk into Little Caesars to get your tickets there. King's Lounge Barber Spa, O'Meara Road, Arima,
And Movie Town, Port of Spain.
and Movie Tongue, Port of Spain. And for the Point Fortin Massive, it is the Robe.
Enterprises. Upstairs,
Subway.
right in the heart, a point.
Good evening, Joanne. Yeah, so let me check the shares one time. We have, thank you so much for 13 shares, but we could do a whole, let's do better than that.
Thank you, guys.
13 shares. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into the topic in a little bit.
Well, 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah,
I want to go and change this Wigan Truth, so.
you
Yeah, a feeling. And I don't like the feeling.
Go ahead.
I don't like it. You never put on a jersey and just don't like it, and put on a pants you don't like it. I do like it.
go quick now because I feel like you could be fussing the whole night with that.
No, I'll take it off after when you go to the next break.
Okay, cool. Hold on. We're supposed to call Maria, but I don't think she. We'll probably see if we could call her in the next hour. All right. Yeah. So. Wrong one.
It works as background.
So. Not that we would stay heavy on it, but it is on something that is brewing.
What's that?
But well, with the politics, you think that
I don't discuss politics. What is you want to ask me? You didn't see I closed my mouth the last time you say something. What is you want to ask me? I do not talk politics. You ain't get it yet? You ever see somebody carry the room? It's you today. I don't talk politics. Religion, I might open my mouth and say something, but politics, I have nothing to say.
why you hate politics so much?
It's not that I hate the politics. I just, especially when you're in an open forum, it's very, very dangerous, I think, to share views. Because not everybody is tolerable. Not everybody is on the same mental plane. And it can get very emotional, So I don't have nothing to say.
Yeah, I feel it. It's just that I wanted to put out in the atmosphere that the nation needs to be at the best behavior.
But that's different because you said politics and then now you're saying the nation.
Well, I say politics because persons are reports are coming in that they're starting to get pockets of racialism here and there and that kind of thing. And I honestly thought, no talk, real cap. I honestly thought that is just like a kind of thing in the past because of technology and I just thought it was a thing in the past. So
Well,
I just wanted to put it out in the atmosphere. Like, let us just be in our best behavior.
well, just like the government is not in control of the mind of a man, right? The most you could do is really admonish people. But when people have very strong foundational beliefs, especially when it comes to religion and politics, it's very hard to come out of that thought pattern because it is what it is. That's why it's important to develop your own culture, your own mindset, so that you make decisions that are not affected by anybody's past or, stuff like that. That's the only way you can move forward.
Ocean said, nah, it is not. Not behave, but put on a show.
Never not behave or put on a show.
Or put on a show. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, some people just believe this is the way it should be, and they cannot respect when things change. And as I said, it goes for both religious and political conversations. And I good because my blood pressure ain't reason for nothing that not salvific. It's me going through that. You want to believe X, Y, and Z. You want to stay in one form of thinking. Whatever, you don't want to grow. You don't want to elevate. You don't want to have a different perspective. You don't want to see another reality. No problem. Good for you. As for me and my house, stress is not a part of the conversation.
As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Yeah.
It's really a day. Yeah, so. Right, so here we're going on. Getting ready to jump into the topic. We have 4 minutes, but oh gosh. So I did get the permission to just share. It's not the topic, but Brethren was talking to me from work. And he was saying that in his intimate time with his common law wife, right?
This is me changing my face. Sorry. Let me just. Hey, Monsieur Quilly on YouTube.
Wow.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
Why change your face?
Because I don't want to offend anyone. So I changed.
No,
my
but what happened? Intimate. Well, this I'm just giving you. I'm just relating the story in his intimate time with his common law wife. I mean, you know, everybody not married yet, and they do the thing different.
Notice I didn't say anything, I guess.
But you change up your face.
I changed it so that no one takes offense prematurely.
Anyhow, people come to me and for some reason they ask me things because they figure I have some kind of counsel answer for them, especially where there's be most of the day, right? They see me as, you know, somebody who, let me get a solid answer. I don't want to, yeah, that's not we get a solid answer. So he said that he had and I wouldn't speak how he say it now, but he said he had a malfunction in bed.
I know that's terrible for men.
He had a bad malfunction, right? He said on his.
Well, stay focused now.
We're laughing at.
You're like, Peter, take your eyes off. You're talking to me. You see a smile because somebody said something.
He say, boy, daddy, boy, I don't know, I don't know. I mean, he didn't eat right and it's stress and whatever. Anyway, so, you know, the Dan, that's what he called his penis. He said the Dan didn't respond, now, boy.
So each is one to know. But if I'm with somebody that.
He said the Dan didn't respond now, boy, and boy. So you know that man, he said, you know that man, that thing that this happened. So he trying to see if he could get some kind of a reassurance from me, which I ignored. Anyhow, it's weird enough, two men talking about a penis. But anyhow, so.
What century we in? We in the 20-something century and all. You still cannot have mature conversations about health between yourselves?
Anyhow, so he said he had a malfunction and he popped right down.
Right.
Then he said,
You still telling stories slow, so?
No, we have 1 minute. Then he said, she laughed. And asking me if I find she should have laughed.
Whee! Oh Lord. It depends.
I don't know what to tell him. I say, Dread.
But okay,
No, I know what I told him, but go ahead.
I mean, I think if you have
Why would you laugh?
Well, this is what I'm gonna say. If you have a real solid relationship with your partner, like you and I, right? If you fall, I gonna real laugh, babe. You know how we just do. Be like, what JD, you getting old. I just laugh at you walking up these steps. I just walk at certain things, right?
Guy ain't walking up them steps, bro.
I believe there is a space where, you know, some healthy laughter could come into play so that you're off off catapult uncomfortable situations. Now, if she had realized that he was uncomfortable in the moment, laughing was not the right thing. That ain't cutting it. That ain't, she can't laugh in the moment, but then they're probably real good.
Nah,
What if she laugh and she say, but we getting old, boy?
So I asked him,
So
I
if,
said,
if
so
it's like that,
I asked him, so I said, you do anything funny to me? Yeah, no, I was just real trying. I say, So he come to ask me, say he did fall out, well, obviously. And he come to ask me,
what you tell him?
who, me?
But it's not nobody else here. No?
I say, well, I don't know what it is to be in a situation like that.
You know, and this is why we will never grow in life. You know, this is just my interjection. Why we would never grow in life is because honesty is. They say honesty is the best.
What you trying to
policy.
say?
I'm saying what I'm saying. They
Hey,
say honesty.
watch it out, you're on the internet.
Right. They say honesty is the best policy, but yet still a lot of us are very ashamed.
I look shape. I just tell the man the truth. I say, I don't know. I cannot relate. What you want me to tell him? What you want me to say? But I know what I feel like. Why are you pausing, looking over there at
Because I think we should change the topic.
Anyway,
You bring up a whole story
I tell him,
to not be able to just be honest.
you want to put that on your silent thing?
I have a little new phone here earlier. I know how to take it off.
put it, click the silent, yeah.
How is this day? Genty, I see you, boy. Good night. Good to have you on the live.
What thing saying, no pun
If
intended?
you cannot be honest about a situation you are going through, I guess it's just in the church, like masturbation, what other things, molestation. It has certain things you would never say, well, you know, I experienced this one time or two times or three times, and just
Ocean real sick, you know. You see what Ocean say?
what?
You see what
She
Ocean
said, but
say?
bro, that's an uncomfortable situation. So as a woman, it would have been really nice to raise
You can't even finish it, then.
his head in that moment. I understand, Ocean. It's a good thing I'm
Ocean, you
44.
wicked boy.
Yeah.
Check it out. No pun intended.
I know, but we don't really, we just laugh at things.
Thank you, Gary. Respect.
But there will never be growth if you're not honest about things in your life. That's what I had to say. Everybody shame, girl, pay bill and thing, you know. Oh.
So he then says, bro, that is no joke at all. That can break a man all the way down,
Even though it can be fixed, but it's very hard for a man to face. Yeah. So let me. This is not about me, but let me make this about me at this point in time, right? So I don't know if you're a person watching because it was just a conversation that you brought into. Okay, vibes. Okay.
He don't even know where the internet is.
Okay, cool. So I'm 44 years old, and it's no secret. I have been, every now and then, I would talk about perimenopause and what I have started experiencing that I could not figure out. It affects energy, it affects moods, it affects sex drive, libido, everything. It literally affects.
We mean shame for what we shared?
Are you listening?
Yes.
It also causes dryness in the body. When I started to read all these symptoms, I had to start to prepare myself, my mind, and my partner for when we get into those situations. If I just decide to never say or never, make excuses, because women make a lot of excuses. If I realize something is happening in my body and I just don't communicate that to JD and I just make excuses, every day I'm making an excuse. I have a headache, I'm tired, I'm busy. They may be valid and valuable and true, but sometimes it could also be attributed to the perimenopause that I'm going through. If I don't communicate that to my partner, how we growing together? How you getting to have any type of empathy for me when it comes to those intimate moments when I just pretending I am Beyonce but I just tired? It ain't gonna work. You understand? It does not work. So you have to be transparent. And if, okay, I understand that first moment, Lois, it was rough, it didn't work out. She needs to apologize. They need to come together.
You know, but no apology could bring that back, you know.
That
Even
is-
if she
that is-
apologizes.
that is incorrect, JD.
Boy,
The
that's
moment, the moment has already happened, yes, but you're talking about your partner. You're not talking about a random person you pulled from on the street and that went wrong. And now you, what she go think? This is your partner, right? This is your partner where you're supposed to be able to share all things, good and bad. Okay, you were shame. You're going to live in shame? What you is 5?
I mean,
come
when
on,
he
come
is
on.
5.
You do not live in those moments, especially after apologies and stuff.
Not that I know what it feels to
People have
experience
to-
that, but I can imagine that's a very difficult thing to
If you
bounce
heard,
back from.
If you heard anything I said, I never discredited the difficulty of the moment. I am moving beyond the difficulty of the moment. And that's why a lot of us don't get freedom, because we just stay in the disappointment of moments. You cannot stay there. It happened, address it, fix it. It could be something. It could be he working too hard. There's a lot on his mind. It could be pre-diabetes. Go and check out yourself. Figure out what's happening, and all you find all your way back to each other. Healthy. You're not in primary school. You're not in preschool. This is not a game. I'm living with you. I'm sharing myself with you and my things. Let us get it together. These are mature relationships, or we playing ring around the rosy? Tell me. Good night, Monica. Cicely. Good evening. Hi, Betty.
Hey,
Jeremiah.
Cicely. Hey, what's up? Yeah, so,
Yeah.
well, basically,
You take me there. I didn't know I was going to go there, no?
basically, I told
yeah.
him, I said, well, bro, you know, that's something I had to go and check out. But he was more asking that what kind of person she is to laugh at him now. And I said, well, boy,
Yeah.
she wicked.
But that's what I say. I don't know the relationship, so I can't. For whatever reason, she laugh. I don't know. I can't get into that. And then if you ask her, she would have her own reality. What if she say, boy, I didn't know what to do? I really make her out by laughing, but I really didn't know what to do. I thought. And then, but we don't know.
Jacksonville, he said, if it dead, it dead. Just move on. Life don't stop, even if we have a piece of,
Jacksonville. Where is the love? Where is the love?
But Jax, have some women, once a dead day, they're gone, you know. You gotta fend for yourself, yes?
And I understand that because I know, and
No, it has
as,
some women, they
as I
gone.
get older, I realize that sex is so very important to people. Hey, Christoph, he says, agree that, Nisa, if your person is not a safe space for you to exist in all seasons and transitions, I like
Something
that
wrong.
word, something is wrong.
Wow, I'm Genty. Make me drop a bomb for Genty. Easy, Christoph. Oh, go on.
What I was saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you have to know, listen, you have one life to live. Some of us not even making it to 50. Some people not even crossing 35. Finding true and sincere happiness is important in this thing. If you know,
True, Jax.
if you know you can't deal with certain things, don't deal with certain things. Do not let other people live lives where, you're wasting people's time. Don't do that. You can't make, I prefer you do cheat and all them thing and exit.
So that was just a little sidebar.
That's a big sidebar, but,
No, we're supposed to be 2 minutes. We're going to look at 10 minutes over.
whoa.
So we're going to the break at 15:15.
All right.
You know, jump into topic one time? You could do it
For a
5
little
minutes.
break now, I was just talking my throat dry.
You want to get some water, fair?
I'll get it for myself. And I'll go and change the wig one time.
No, we can't go to the break yet. It's not 15:15.
Uh-huh. Well, let me get it. Well, you get the water now.
All right. Your eyes?
No, just bring a bottle. You don't have any bottles right there?
Well, boy, it's time to make groceries.
Yeah, there's no time to make groceries when the toilet paper done.
When the water finish.
Yeah. You know, I was making a video this week and I stopped making it because I didn't want to cause any harm to myself. The name of the video was called If I Don't Change It, Here Go Change It. So I was taking some short video of every day waking up and the toothpaste, you ain't changing it at all. You understand?
Hey, I see you bringing new toothpaste.
Yeah, because I say, I squeeze it every morning I waking
Let
up.
me put that glass on so we don't go blue water. That's all that set forward.
All right, but you listening to what I'm saying? The name of the thing was, if I ain't go change it, he ain't go change it. Monday I wake up, the toothpaste, the thing.
So Jenny said, you leave that in his fight?
Why you screaming? Where I come from, people don't scream at me, you know.
No, you leave that in his fight?
Yeah. Because both of us know where the toothbrush is. And every morning you are waking up and just
but
not
why say
changing
this?
it. I don't
Why
understand.
say this?
No, let me finish because I was
Why you leave
talking.
it in his fight?
Because I wanted to see what you were made of. The toothpaste is finished
yeah,
and
because-
you are
no,
just
no, no.
not changing it. I say, but
I'm
what
not changing
hold
it because
on.
it ain't done.
Hold on.
Remember, I just cut
Hold on.
toothpaste pack open.
Right. So by halfway through the week, I say, what it is he doing? So now in order for me to get toothpaste,
You have to go for
I
what?
actually have to, you know, some people just squeeze it and then you have to lick it because they all are coming out.
Yeah.
Because if you squeeze it, so it ain't
No,
coming
you have
out.
to
So you
bend
have
it
to
to
go
the-
so and go so
No,
one time.
bend it to the left. You didn't bend it back to the right. When you take the head, pause, and you bend it so, you squeeze. But when you bend it the other way, it just has some more in it.
Right, and what I'm saying is the toothpaste had gotten to the point where it had no more bend and do so quick. It so had nothing, you can't even bend so and do so. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna still leave it and see if JD is going because he knows.
Well, that is your fault.
Hold
Because
on.
I could have still get
It's
toothpaste
no
outside.
fault. It's no fault.
You're not, because your hands,
So why
you
do-
didn't flat. It had plenty of things you could have do before that.
So-
flatten it, roll it,
Can I continue?
cut it
speaking?
open.
So what I did was I left it there and I went and I was using the new one
That's your damn problem. You should
and I still leave it. And I say, you know, JD is just not changing this toothpaste. What kind of thing is that? So I couldn't take it no more because my hand was, so I just changed. I bought the new
Well, I don't know
tube
what to tell you. That's
and
your
I
fault.
put it.
That's your fault. I don't know. You know, I find, when we come back to the break, I find people shouldn't be doing things to be testing people. Where's that?
I wish this is something that we could discuss because
No, I am going to test you.
no problem. Then you tell me what the test was and if we fail or whatever. I don't have
I
a
am
problem
going to
with
test
that.
you. This is the second test you do since we
All
married,
right, Joan, what's the first one?
The toilet bowl.
So where you come from, nobody ever tell you pay it up?
Where you come from? Nobody never tell you put it up?
So if you can tell from his responses, I have a bigger problem.
No, I have a big problem.
Okay.
Because
nobody
for
will
me
see
to use the
having a
toilet,
problem.
I have to raise the toilet bowl up. But you inconsiderate because you keep putting it down.
JD, everybody watching this podcast at this time will not side with you and your immature statements. Good evening to you, Michelle. Michelle Keeley on YouTube. How you going? Frobel says,
Wait a minute, Frobel. As Frobel said that earlier, my apologies. Hold on.
yeah, you're supposed to put this thing in second hour. Second hour, relax yourself.
No, but we didn't even do these.
Yeah, no problem.
When we come back from the break.
Gracefully do it, yes. Frobel says he's going to bring American toothpaste when he comes down. Anything, but what I'm trying to say is I wasn't trying to test you in a bad way. I didn't hire a vixen to see if you'd be faithful to me. These are little things. And next experiment I did the other day was to see if he go sweep the kitchen.
And next one?
Because the same way I feel in the dust under my foot. He making tea every night. You know them packet, you know them tea.
I
Hold
don't
on.
walk around the house barefoot like you. So I
Relax.
don't feel dust.
Relax. You know them when you buy them Swiss thing and you do the tea, little particles just fly out there, man. Right? The man wouldn't even just wipe down. Those little things fall on the ground, fall on the counter.
Janisa,
Dust. Dust.
those things just fall, it just blow away.
That's
How
my
you-
point.
Yeah.
So you don't feel it on the ground? To say, oh, let me just pass a broom.
How you go feel? How you feeling?
I don't feel no way.
Cocoa tea particles under your foot. Boy, is that fairy?
Hi, Gary Gabriel. He says, do the right thing, JD. Let's move on.
Yeah, fairy foot.
If you want to hear what I'm saying, you go hear it. Let me move on.
When you want me to sweep it, all right, let me talk the things because we need to go to a break right now. All right. When you want me to sweep it, remember I leave in here 6:30 in the morning, coming back 12, getting ready to go in the afternoon to come back in the night to edit until 2 in the morning. When do you want me to sweep it?
Is that the end of your question?
In the week, when you're waiting for me to sweep it Sunday morning.
Is that the end of your question? Because then
Yes.
I will give my answer. All right. So cleanliness doesn't have a time period. When two people occupy a space, they are both supposed to be cognizant of the space. So I don't need to wait until my kitchen is dirty to pass a broom. There's something that you do every day. You know, you wake up, or before you retire for the night, you could throw an eye on the space. What it's going to take 2 minutes.
Retire for
Hold
the
on.
night.
You can take
Our retirement
minutes.
is
Hold on.
2:30 in the morning.
Hold on, JD. Hold on.
And then you just want to talk for 20, 30 minutes
Right.
from 2:30 to 3.
So you were saying.
And I wake up 6.
So when people ask you a question and they don't answer, I just stop talk. Right? So let's move on now. Yes. We're moving right along.
I don't mind sweeping.
Yeah.
I love to sweep.
You've never swept.
You never see me sweep.
Let's move on with the show.
Jenny said you never see me sweeping, yeah?
If I asked you to sweep, you would sweep.
And I'd say no.
No, you wouldn't say no, but that's not
Well.
the question. All right, let's move on now. Let me introduce you all to my friend Gerald. All right, I want to let everybody know you can have your own Gerald. It's a cash pan. You put your little monies in here. I quite love him because he's so cute. He makes me aspire to save.
Who buy that for you, girl?
My husband bought this for me. I love him quite dearly.
I know how to buy.
Don't know
And
how to
watch me.
save.
I know how to order food and I know how to buy.
Yes.
Nobody could order food like me. I know how to order food. I know how to buy. You understand?
Hi, Angela.
You understand?
Angela, please note the tones of the persons that you are ascribing that word argue to.
Bruh, let me start the whole show and the
good.
topic. All right, we'll be back right after the break.
Yes,
the break
indeed.
is 8:15. But before we go to the break, let me set up the break with this. Right. So, no, wait a minute. Bounce it back here first. This hour is sponsored by Nisa Aurora. The concert is happening May the 24th. So, this is where everybody going. Everybody going here. And you see the next one right after that? This is where we're heading. Right here. See this boat right here? This is the boat ride of boat ride. Look at the cast. Myself, Nisa, Angela, Jazzy, Jaron, Michelle Sylvester, Blessed Messenger, Reverend Nicole Ballard-Singhola, Sean Daniel. This is a boat ride normally happens in New York. But for the 7th one, they say, hey, New York nothing. They're bringing it to Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so this is Praise on Water, 2K25. And if you know, you know. That's the boat ride of boat rides, okay? Thank you so much for everyone who wants to sponsor us and donate. You say, we love this show. JD, we love all you. Bam, we in New York. You're outside of America, we do PayPal. That's you right there. Whatever the Lord lays upon your heart, it goes towards the betterment of this podcast. If you're in America, we do Cash App. We have our own Cash App, $ JD's Vlog. And persons been messaging me. This idea did not come from me. They say, JD, what it is have for we here in Trinidad? And I say, well, they say, well, do something for us in Trinidad, put up your savings account. Here we go. I say, well, all right. Or let's stop in Many Street and saying, okay, good. So savings account, screenshot it. That's the number right there. Thank you so much for everyone who wants to support us genuinely. Okay, thank you. We'll be back
Right after this.
right after this.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza Pete. Pizza, pizza.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
Bespoke Productions TT and Clinical Media Group presents Aurora.
Aurora is like a dream come true. I was sitting here wondering when I could connect like this with you guys again. Aurora is a new day for you, a new day for us, and a brand new day for me. Don't give up on me. Last time we was down in South and we had a ball. San Fernando Wally Rel show up. But now Wally say we need to come in town. Well, we in town. I given all a little bit of everything. Some reggae, some soca, some soul. It's your girl Nisa. Make sure, get your tickets, come on down, meet me and some of my friends.
Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band. May 24th, 2025 at Central Bank Auditorium, Port of Spain. Doors open 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $250. Special guest artists Sapphire, Shanzi, GSG, Rhonda Joseph, Rolly R, Tinique Beckles, Darren Sandy, Blessed Messenger, Terry Lyons, and JD. Aurora's DJ JL. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge Barbershop, O'Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Europe Enterprises, Point Fortin.
You could push me, I could fail.
Aurora.
Right. As we move. Hey, hold on. My voice.
This one. As we move massive inside original Tinker.
What voice is that, JD?
Huh? No, I was going through the things today and I realized, wait now, I could do this when I start to do my DJ. Well, I'm not supposed to talk.
Right. I could do this like when I start to do my DJ thing now. That's like a DJ voice. Watch it.
Well, all right now, massive. As we move inside original Tinker. Friday night, yay!
Check 1, 2. So it's not on mine, it's just on yours.
No, it's not on yours. I have to patch it to put it back on yours.
All right, vibes.
You like it? Well, all right now, massive. Watch me now, thing called Aurora, happening May 24th, inside down at Central Bank, Port of Spain. Now, make sure I get your tickets because things are going to sell off early. See you now. You understand? It's that kind of...
Right, right.
Yes.
It's a little hype thing.
Yeah, it's a hype voice.
All right. So we go into the topic, Walia. I think that's where you're supposed to play share the live thing.
Oh, yeah. We need to expand and get people to help.
Oh God.
We need to
Every day of
expand.
the week, somebody in my space, and Saturday, somebody in my space. I can't make that, bro. I can't.
No, but again, kind of
I
crazy
can't.
for me to do the switching and the thing. So if we get somebody like a young lady to come and help,
Of
hit
course,
the switching.
you want a young lady, and then you had to drop she home, and then she had problems. You had to ask she if she
no.
alright. You had to wait
I'm
before
not.
when she go
Who
inside.
said?
So why didn't you say a young man?
Well, why you want a young man?
Let me start the show now. Every day of the week we with people. Every day I ain't gonna have no day to myself, so.
Are you still muffled, so? Let me see.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2, checking for sound.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let me go.
There
Let
we
me
go.
start the thing. All right.
JD and Nisa are not professional counselors. We give our views and opinions on real life scenarios that people send to us.
We also encourage our audience to chime in and give their experiences. They are also not professional counselors, unless they are.
Now on to the topic.
Watch and enjoy.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fried Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
All right, guys, here is the topic. Yes, Tammy.
Ocean said no extra needed.
Yeah.
But Ocean, you could come through and do it.
But we don't labor now, God. I think, what do you call people who like to provoke you? Like they know certain things would provoke you or upset you?
Your mic back to front.
Okay.
Wow.
But how am I supposed to know? I just came and sat down and pulled the mic to me. Remember,
So
I'm not techie.
your mic back to front whole show?
I came and I sat down how the mic was. You were setting up, so I just sat and did what I needed to do.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1. Yes, boy, back to front whole show, you know, Nisa.
JD.
I want to know how it's sounding muffled, sir.
Again, I came and I sat down. You were out here setting up. I did not check. Everything was set up. I just
My
sat
belly
down.
gets sick, you know, him. Why it is sounding muffled so now, Lord?
Yeah, but you're not acknowledging that I just came and I sat down and you were setting up. I didn't
Okay.
think I needed to check to see if the mic that you were out here setting up was back to front.
So just like how you the sweep and whatever, I just do checkups with tech stuff. You understand? You see how the work is going? You see how the world is going? Yeah?
Dear JD and Nisa, my husband and I have been married for 8 years.
8 years, congrats. 'Cause
Congrats.
That's dog years in this kind of life now, eh?
What does that mean? Dog years means a little bit of time? Or a lot
No,
of time?
I think it means plenty time, dog years.
Okay. So my husband and I have been married for 8 years. We have 2 girls and 1 on the way. We got married very young, and you all know how that goes. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got married at like 18 or something.
I was 19. We were both actively employed and committed to our marriage. The thing is, I have been feeling the sting of resentment and discomfort over the last 2 to 3 years because it seems like I cannot speak to my husband without him getting defensive or angry about anything. Worse yet, if it's an issue with a woman or his job. He is in the creative field and his clients are not necessarily marriage-oriented, in my opinion, which makes me very uncomfortable at this stage in my life. With the girls, I can't always be with him. Not that I have to be, but as I get older, my mind wanders off to bad thoughts.
That's your problem right there. What's your mind wondering off for? Family, if you listen. Anyway, go ahead.
I know I cannot compete with young women who are full of life and have no babies. And I do not want to stifle my husband, but I am also changing. And I think he should find something less disturbing to do.
Wait, pause. What you
But-
mean? Pause, hold up. What you mean less disturbing? Like his job?
I am just reading, all right? But I also know that insisting this is going to be unfair. People change in marriage, and I definitely think I'm the one changing and maturing, and I don't feel like I can go on in my situation. We now feel unequally yoked. I would love to hear your thoughts.
I think, well, you know, guys,
I like the
these emails come in anonymously. If you want to send your email, that's frybakeandlime@gmail.com. Send your scenario, or if you know someone's scenario and you get permission, we don't call any names.
yes.
Sometimes the emails come with all kind of crazy names like, Bubblicious 401 or whatever, stuff like that. So we don't, and they don't put their names anyhow, right? So just reading let's get to the comment section. I mean,
I don't want to move too far from the. Okay, I guess I could always just come back to
we
it.
need to close off the first hour.
All right, so let's close it off now, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's do it. Let's just do this quick, all right?
Ayana, I
First
see
hour.
your comment. We'll get it. There you
First
go.
hour. Go in here, quick.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
Bespoke Productions TT and Clinical Media Group presents Aurora.
Aurora is like a dream come true. I was sitting here wondering when I could connect like this with you guys again. Aurora is a new day for you, a new day for us, and a brand new day for me. Don't give up on me. Last time we was down in South and we had a ball. San Fernando Wally show up. But now Wally say we need to come in town. Well, we in town. Forward a line, don't cross the line. Forward a line, don't cross the line. I given all a little bit of everything. Some reggae, some soca, some soul. It's your girl Nisa. Make sure, get your tickets, come on down, meet me and some of my friends.
Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band. May 24th, 2025 at Central Bank Auditorium, Port of Spain. Doors open 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $250. Special guest artists Sapphire, Shanzi, GSG, Rhonda Joseph, Rolly R, Tinique Beckles, Darren Sandy, Blessed Messenger, Terry Lyons, and JD. Aurora's DJ JL. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge Barbershop, O'Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. T-Robe Enterprises, Point Fortin.
You could push me. I could say.
Aurora.
Right, we inside the second hour. Thank you to all our sponsors for the first hour.
All right, so we have two comments that I saw. Who is it, boy?
You're going to Genty one time?
It wasn't Genty, it was right. So Ayana was the first comment. Ayana says she is
An overthinker, in my opinion.
An
I would
overthinker.
say that is the first thing I go to say, no? That is the first thing I go to say. Like, why women just make things a problem?
because most times you guys don't have the ability to see the problem. Most times you all don't see the issues, and then you end up in situations where there are babies that your wives end up having to take care of.
Oh, yeah,
There
I
are
sing a song called
Are
Do
you
Not
hearing me? Are you hearing
I
me?
didn't finish cry, boy.
Most times we have intuition that you guys refuse to tap into. So I'm not saying she may not be an overthinker, but I'm responding to your comment about why it is always because
You know the old people say, do not trouble.
Yeah, you all this
If
trouble.
don't trouble you.
Yep. A prime example. Okay, let me read it. Let me just read the comments, right?
Who's that, Genty?
So Genty says,
Bring him up.
yeah, bring him up. He says, first of all, too much I. Genty,
Yeah.
I wanted this. Let me read your comments and then I would say how I feel. In any connection of value, it should always be we. But how can it be we if she is speaking about how she feels? All right. It should always be we, us, and our considered. To think you are the only person changing and feeling things is a little red flag. Agreed. And again,
Sorry.
and again, uncommunicated expectations is the grandmother of frustration. Talk with him and not at him. As though he guilty of something that probably not even on his mind, and nothing
Yeah.
is wrong with professional therapy.
Man on you know.
Can I say something without being interrupted? I like what you're saying, Christoph. But I have found that even when you are talking to men, because they are already always so defensive, you may be speaking to them, but they take it as you are speaking
Hey,
at
that's
them.
baggage. You're bringing your baggage in
JD, I
something.
asked to speak without being interrupted because I go through this with JD as well. You are speaking to them and they think you are speaking at them. So sometimes I always have to say I'm speaking to and with you, so that I don't want you to not hear. I don't want you to hear the wrong thing. So can I speak to you? I always have to make disclaimers because without the disclaimers, you have all the feelings of defensiveness coming at you from the inception. And another thing, right? You see the topic of women, people changing, yeah, everybody changes. And one of the things I mean, you can't always stay in the honeymoon stage of a relationship, but when I got married, I knew I was a friend, then a best friend, then a a lover, then a prayer partner, and we're doing life together. Nowhere in my contract is it stated that I want to be your mother.
Yeah, but we
Hold
do
on.
not want Ole to be with mother either.
Hold on. Nowhere in the contract is it stated that I want to be your mother. But if we cannot have conversations, if people are always defensive, and then women are very different. So you might find a woman being more mature, and then because they display the more mature qualities, we now start to feel like I can't be a friend anymore. I have to, because I'm always having to make disclaimers and have these type of conversations. Now I feel like your mother.
Why did you just go for a drink and line, boy?
Anyway. Any other? Let me see. All right. Monsieur. Says, you see the comment.
We tend to overanalyze things.
No.
JD, be quiet
Right.
and let niece speak.
I like that he also says men are, where is it? Men are usually,
Bring it up.
Not that.
Another one?
Not Monsieur. Monsieur I was talking about. I think it's gone.
Men are...
He made a very simple, there we go. Men are usually, and I'm
more
not even,
simple than women.
yeah, men are usually more simple than women.
And that, my friends, why you could have women need to trust men to have just a happier, more peaceful, long, healthy life.
No, they need
Or they
women.
stress too much.
No. Women and men need to find a balance. It's not about totally embracing how the man is and disregarding how the woman is. It's about finding the proper blend for your relationship. That's what it's about. It can't just be take the man way or take the woman way. That's not gonna work. You have to blend. It's about blending. So Christoph says men also have intuition. The difference is we spend most times prioritizing, trying to fix the problem rather than have a board discussion on the issue. We just want it done and handled.
Hey.
That I am learning
Christoph,
and agreeing.
just move to the front of the class. Let me get, you cannot done the Marco. And a bang.
Bang, bang.
And basically he just narrowed it down and summarized the whole. That's just basically what I just say, no. You understand? All this overthink and make life stressful, boy. Jesus wasn't like that.
You don't know how Jesus was.
I could tell you he wasn't like that.
They just have some accounts of how he was.
He wasn't so. Jesus was cool and relaxed. And he said
He was also single.
he was, yeah, but that's why. That's why.
So first of all, I wouldn't ask a man to change his job. Now, I have been in situations where, like, I was dating this guy at a time, and he told me his name was Jim, but
Who's
it was
that?
really Jack. So I'm trying to not say, right? He told me his name was Jim, but it was really Jack. He said he was, let's say he said he was a, he told me he was a teacher, but he was actually a pilot. So in other words, nothing he said really was true. And when I recognized, or when the truth came about who he actually was, woman again, we have this gene inside of us. I just call it, now, no disrespect to me or any other woman, but when I get angry, I just say we have a stupid gene. That we just overlook everything and just think that what we have between our thighs could just save every situation.
Because they like sex.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I never said that, bro.
Women like sex more than men.
I never said that is not the context I'm talking about. I'm saying that women have this savior mentality. So we think we could save, fix, and be everything because we give sex in a situation. And the truth is, I mean, we have a lot of power, but we don't have the ultimate power. So I saying all of this to say I'm going somewhere, right? So I realized
Well,
that he was not who he said he was. And then when I realized what his profession actually was, and I knew I couldn't deal with it, I should have just said, Janisa, you know this is not your speed. This is not your temperament. Do not get into a relationship with this person because it's going to be unfair for you to try to change them.
But they stay around for the sex.
No, but I mean, you genuinely like somebody, you like somebody. I'm not talking about the sex, bro. I'm talking about the complex to pretend we are see and then try to change people. So you asking him to change his profession because now, you know, you're realizing there's a lot of women are wrong and you are not them, and he was always doing that. And now you're uncomfortable because you have two girls and another one come in, and now you're feeling you're looking different, you're not looking like them, and you find you should do something different. I not asking no man to choose me. Me ain't going through
Natalie
that.
says,
And don't change your job for me.
Natalie says, as women who are generally explicit, we do have to be careful with our tone. So I think there's always need for
A mediator. I like
in
that.
these situations.
Talking about tone, what's her name? Natalie? You know, sometimes you can have all the right intentions and it still come off wrong, right? Case in point, I like to use our situations.
That happens to you a lot.
So I had a bad temper. So I know how I used to be. So I asked God and the Holy Spirit to temper me. So now you would very rarely find me getting angry and speaking aloud and boisterous. So what I do is I come down. And now when I come down, some people think I'm trying to be better. Or you can still be rude, because JD would say, you can still be rude, but my intention is hold on,
you just be rude in a kind of so subtle way. And
that is not the thing. That is how you take it. If there are people who are intentionally rude and sarcastic with low tones, but that's not my situation. I asked God to temper me. So I speak down, especially in situations where I know it could be explosive. But if your person on the next side don't even understand your transition, obviously they could even take that wrong. So this whole thing is always about knowing who you're with too. KDTT is asking JD, what did you decide about the logo? Remember the logo? We spoke about it. They sent a logo and we said we liked it. The Fried Bacon Lime logo.
Oh. Who messaged my inbox? The last one?
The message right there, the thing. KDTT. Or was it that person who sent the thing? I don't know.
Do you want to show you?
I am thinking that is who we talking
Yeah, what
about.
happened? You had a message in my back, yes? Because if I reply to it, it's because the messages get lost. My Facebook, especially Facebook inbox, sometimes 100 messages come in and I can't remember. So message me back, because I definitely got lost in the thread, I'm sure. But I remember it. Do you want the nice tone colors you like? Yeah, that bad. Send them back first, please.
Yes, the person saying yes, it start.
Yes, hit my back up. Can't remember where the message was. All right, so
We have real comments. All right, is it quesadilla, like the
that name
food?
bad, yeah, quesadilla. All right, she says, by the way, we think the issues can be resolved different. Let me start
But
again.
the way we think issues can be resolved are different too.
So we assume the other
that's
person is
right.
trying to be difficult. If it makes sense, like,
If that makes sense, it's like we don't understand each other's process. And that's true. So you could think in your mind, okay, like me, I'm thinking I know where I was, I know where I came from. So when I'm dealing with men or anybody, I'm going to speak down. This is what you're telling yourself in your reality at 8:02 March 21st, 2025. And then the other person's reality, here, this reality. So she's talking down to me like if I some kind of, you understand? So there are always two realities. So you have one intention, it's being received in a different way. And then you have,
how I do you that?
do you mean what?
When I speak, make you feel any way at all.
That is incorrect.
What is incorrect?
That you don't make me feel any way at all. Because I always tell you, I feel like, and I would fill in the blank. I would say, when you say that, you make me feel like. So, yeah,
But you was oversensitive to it, babe.
no problem.
Yeah, you know you are, right? You don't think so? You don't think you oversensitive?
No. I think I have a
Well, I'm
different...
here today to tell you.
I think I'm just different from you. Water rolls off your back for everything.
You are
I am
oversensitive.
I'm not you, so...
You are overly sensitive. I mean, it doesn't make you a horrible person, but you are.
So if I ask you to change... I don't think I am. If I ask you to change your job, because we have also had these issues where I am uncomfortable with certain offers that come because I know for a fact I didn't sign up for this.
You see?
So she talking about, people changing. And one of the hardest things to do is learn how to embrace change by two. You had to learn to embrace your change on a whole, and then you're in a marriage and you have children. That is real embracing.
Another thing women must learn is if the man is bringing in an honest, and this is something I heard from a woman,
Who woman?
We used to live down by me in Tampuna Square. A pilot wife. Right? She said to me many years ago, she said, women need to...
Were you intimate with this person?
Where I come from?
I feel like...
How we reach here?
I just know how your life is going on.
No, I was never intimate with a woman.
Beautiful. You can now continue.
Anyway, I was saying that she said women need to not try to change men in the profession because they're bringing home the bacon, so to speak. That's the next thing women always doing. You always want to tell man where to work, where not to work,
JD,
what to do.
What are you talking about? Where are you getting that data from? Gerald
Streets.
disagrees, and I disagree.
Streets.
Right? Listen. That's what I said before in my situation.
Let the man be a
When
man
I
and bring
meant-
home the bake.
So
the
as
work.
Erica Badu says, right? Does she have a song where she say what she
And
say?
Erica, she very single with she
Hold
mad
on.
backside. Erica Badu.
Like she hurt you or something?
She walked around, that the one who walked down the road naked?
Of course, that's all you remember of Erica Badu, right? The very famous, talented Erica Badu. All you could remember is that she walked down the road naked.
I never tell she walked down the road naked.
That's all you remember? And
Like she wanted to show people she have a bottom because we never watched she saw before.
Yes, and you remember it because that's the only thing that come up when we say
I wasn't
Erica
watching
Badu.
she bottom.
But
She
you
bottom
remember,
was she bottom was watching me.
Gerald and I disagree with what you're saying. Erica Badu has a song that says, how would this song go? I think I said it. No, it's not Tyrone.
Hey Sadie.
Sure. What you gonna do when they come for you? Dum 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 dum. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Dum 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 dum. That song is so deep, right? But I think from what I remember, she was basically saying he handle any business and all, but I don't really like what you're doing. And this is what I was saying before. If you are not built to be, I'm not Bob the Builder. If you know that you cannot be with,
Lava,
hold on,
how old are you?
relax, she have me no way. Jesus have me way. Right? If you realize that you cannot be with someone who is and fill in the blank, then don't put yourself through that. You don't want to because if the man if he comfortable being who he is, he's a nude photographer, or he's a videographer, or he is every weekend he on the plane because he has to travel to Tokyo and all his business partners are whatever, and you don't feel that why be doing it? You're giving yourself more headaches, so that's all I'm saying. Do not be unequally yoked, as she said. You jumping into something because in the beginning it's nice and flowery and everything, but when it comes to merging lives and purposes, or on purpose, you can't be in your head, and your objective is really to see if you can get him to come away from the job so you could be comfortable. It's not about you alone. Right? Only God could change people.
It's lava. It's an reward in being the best girl. It's an a trophy in being the best wife. If I had a crime, must be in a X5. And I ain't say no man can't come true. But if you're coming here to come with your things, cause I'm not Bob the Builder. I'm not building no man for future. I stop see potential. They like buying rooms for a rental. Still
Not mine. Press pause right there. Now, you see what she said it? I want us to focus.
We gotta go to the break.
Hold on. There's a sermon coming right here. There's also a song that was very popular on TikTok. I'm not something, another sad and lonely wife. Something. Them two songs ain't the same thing. Women, we just try to do everything for these men, and at the end of the day, still not mine.
We'll be back right after the break. This is our third break, and the last one will be at the bottom of the last hour. Sponsored by Little Caesars, of course. Little Caesars is our premier sponsor, right, for Fried Bacon Lime for, 2 years now, and we say thank you so much. Let's get it.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Oh, sorry, continuing.
Pizza.
You know, thing called.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
As we move inside original thing called Sponsor Time.
Bespoke Productions TT and Clinical Media Group presents Aurora.
Aurora is like a dream come true. I was sitting here wondering when I could connect like this with you guys again. Aurora is a new day for you, a new day for us, and a brand new day for me. Don't give up on me. Last time we was down in South and we had a ball. San Fernando Real show up, but now all they say we need to come in town. Well, we in town. Forward the line, don't cross the line. Forward the line, don't cross the line. I given all a little bit of everything. Some reggae, some soca, some soul. It's your girl Nisa. Make sure, get your tickets, come on down, meet me and some of my friends.
Aurora. Nisa in concert with live band. May 24th, 2025 at Central Bank Auditorium, Port of Spain. Doors open 5 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $250. Special guest artists Sapphire, Shanzi, GSG, Rhonda Joseph, Rolly R, Tinique Beckles, Darren Sandy, Blessed Messenger, Terry Lyons, and JD. Aurora's DJ JL. Tickets available at all Little Caesars outlets, King's Lounge Barbershop, O'Mara Plaza Arima, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. D-Robe Enterprises, Point Fortin.
You could push me, I could fail.
Aurora.
All roads lead to Nisa in concert May the 24th. Do not. Hold on. Do not.
Do not be late.
Don't be late and don't stick. Get your tickets. Because I'm telling you, I have a feeling about this one. This is going to be sold out very quickly. Don't stick. Trinidad, all you like to wait until the week. All you like to wait to come and pay by the door. This is not that kind of venue. We in Central Bank, they're not making joke. That place is full out very quick. Go and get your tickets. All Little Caesars, King's Lounge, Barber Spa, Port of Spain and Arima, and in Point Fortin, the Robe Enterprises upstairs subway. After Aurora, the only thing we're moving after that is this. You see this boat right here? You're not going to be, you'll be sick if you miss this one, all right? We're talking about Praise on Water 2K25. It's the Super 7 edition, TNT. Normally, this is a boat ride that is happening in New York, and they say, hey, New York, all you had six of them.
You know, I remember when I used to be seeing I used to see footage on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I would always see Wendell and Michelle. And I'm like, what
Blessment
is this?
and
This is so cool.
Mash up the
So
boat.
it's pretty cool that he's bringing this event to T&T, about the Harbour Master. And I'm very, very humbled and honored to be a part of the cast.
Early bird tickets are only $200. Group rates are $150. After May the 21st, it is, what's that, $250.
$250, yeah.
All right, so don't stick. Nisa and I are going to be there, and I'm telling all you, I'm going to mash up this boat ride real fine, like Chili Baby, like I used to say, but in Jesus' name. All right, so make sure and get that. And of course, if you love what we do here on the podcast and you want to be a blessing to us, persons, hit them up in the street and say, JD, you only have Cash App for America. That's our Cash App for Americans to give. You only have PayPal for people outside the UK, everywhere else in the world. What about Trinidad? I say, well, and then they remind me, why just don't put up your savings account? Nisa and I have a joint account. So this is what this account is, okay? This is our joint account. And if you feel led, whatever the Lord lay upon your heart, $10, $25, $20, a $10, $100 bill. All right, cool. So whatever the Lord lay upon you, we be thankful for it. And as we move, so let's get back into the show.
You believe in joint accounts? You see what happened with Tony Braxton?
For things like this?
You see what happened with Tony Braxton and Birdman?
Tony Braxton, what she do with the Birdman? She was with Birdman?
For a long time. Where are you from?
No, wait. The Tony Braxton, the classy lady?
You see what this game I'm mad with all that?
I did not know. Yes. Where was I?
Sickening, boy.
She?
Yeah. They had a on and off love affair, and I think they got married recently.
Married?
And the story is that a month after, she filed for divorce. And
well, it's Birdman. First of all, what conversation Tony Braxton
all it
having?
doesn't need to have much conversation. Baby, come over here.
No, but she like to prance up and down in short skirts. So, she might be a street
it's short. It's short.
I don't know her skirts is short. I read it in a magazine.
Yes, I.
I read it in a magazine. Anyway.
Yeah, but they went kind of viral
crazy.
because people was low-key upset with Tony. Like, that's how my men just do that. Like,
bro, she should not be with She have no friends. She don't have sisters and like people to tell her what
you
do with Birdman.
You can't tell people who to be with.
But Birdman,
he probably quiet in person.
That's crazy. I missed that whole one. How long?
Betty said they are married. They still married?
They are married?
Yeah. What Quesadilla? I love that name. How I live in under a rock? I don't even know who that is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I think she filed for divorce after a month of making the marriage official.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that mean, she had to take him for some pungs.
She looked for that. She looked for that.
She looked for that?
Yeah. She looked for that. She shouldn't be a Birdman. at all.
No, she divorced him.
Yeah, she looked for that. She should not even be in a relationship with Birdman.
I should be with you?
Of course. That's the best thing ever happened to you.
So what's the difference between you and Birdman?
The best.
Relax yourself. What is the difference between you and Birdman?
I know the Lord.
You don't
I
know
love Jesus.
You can't judge him man because he have a tattoo on his face.
He don't have one tattoo. He has 100 tattoos on his face.
Worse yet, you can't judge him.
Well, if you want to beat a man who is saying that he has 60,000 women in his bed because
but that's just work, right? It's just a video. It's not real life.
That's his real life.
Ah.
That's his real life.
I find you smiling. It's not entertainment. It's not entertainment now, right?
That's his real life.
Oh, you're sickening.
That's Birdman. Kiss Lil Wayne, all of the. Anyway, we ain't doing that. This is what we doing right now. Yo!
All right. All right.
Yeah. 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 Woo! Yeah.
In the class.
Let's go! Let's go! Legal! Drop your gun! Explain it to them, babe, if they don't know what classroom is.
All right, guys. For those of you who may be new here, and for those of us who know what it's about, Classroom is a rhyming game or a sound-alike game. We adapted it from Nick Cannon. Shout out Nick Cannon right
Easy, Nick
through
Cannon. Big up yourself.
on one time. So it's a rhyming game, as I said. So if I say, I like rice in the classroom, he can
You
say,
have lice in the classroom.
I can't say lice after him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he would win.
Yeah, unless there's another word that means lice,
Right.
and it's two words that mean two different things.
Not you explaining, not the Birdman. And it's first to 3. Sadie, did you name your crochet doll? Yes. She is, oh gosh, I have to see her.
Yeah, what's up? She named it.
Oh, she's Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Would you like me to show you Butterscotch?
Oh my God, no.
Let me bring Butterscotch to show you guys.
Oh Lord, here we go. I'm going on mash up this evening in the classroom. Hayden, we're going and get you. Ocean, you and all your Nisa fans, all you're going down. All you fellas, respect right now. Make me drop a bomb. Going on mash up classroom tonight. And I'm going on bed. You understand? If you see she lost tonight, that's what she going on get. Here comes Butterscotch. Oh my God. Why you bring, wait a minute, hold up. Why you bring all these? Nisa,
So let me introduce you all to
all right guys, so Nisa likes dolls
The
and she
people-
doesn't just like them. She goes crazy, worse than a little child.
let me show you
I swear, worse than a child.
these people who make my day and night, right?
Oh boy.
So this is Butterscotch.
Jenny said it's the internet. People will say how you have an issue, you know.
You know you're getting old when you're bending down and you have to say, oh Lord.
Yeah, you just know how to bend down.
Relax. That people like, you know. So this is Butterscotch. I quite love her chocolate skin. See how nice and chocolate she is. Like, look at her feet. It's so cute. Let me see. Look, she has a nice little. Come on. She has a. Come on. Her nice little knickers under there.
That's a big panty boy. What's going on with
It's a
that?
knickers. It's not a panty. That goes to show how cultured you are. So this is Butterscotch. All right. I love her hair. Well, you already met Gerald. My old fans would know who she is.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, she's so cute. Look at her shoes.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
You don't remember? Come on, keep your camera on. So they can now play together. All right.
boy.
And
This one is just a head.
right, I just call him Woof. It's also Kush.
Woof. You know that song?
No, I don't. Relax. Come now. I'm introducing the people to my friends. Come on, put the camera on me.
I can't believe you did woof.
So here's Woof, Butterscotch. And the newest addition, well, I just call her Nisa. Yes. This is another black Barbie doll. Are you seeing her? She's beautiful. JD, you're not paying attention.
I see it. I'm trying to find that song you just sing there.
You're supposed to be giving what I do in some attention. Not looking for a song that don't make no difference.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so these are my friends. They make my days better. When I see them, look at it, look like me. Hey, the camera, I'm not on the right people. Do you like her locks? Well, this was when I used to have dreads. So the person, and I used to wear glasses, so the person made the doll like me. All right, so there we go.
Anyway, you say wolf. So when I say wolf, what you say?
I don't know. I just called he wolf. Me know what song you...
Listen it.
Yes.
And a DJ.
The standards are the standards.
Is that a Christian song?
You're crazy.
Listen.
Oh my days.
Oh my nights.
Oh my evening.
Are you going to meet our podcast?
No. Listen.
When me say wolf,
Wolf.
Right, so that moment was brought to you by Nobody Knows Your Song. Let's go ahead with the game. I just wanted to introduce you guys to my friends. They make life better. Let's go back to the game.
Check Usha.
Nobody know that song, and it's probably some song that is degrade women or something.
Well, I mean, it's a relationship song.
Don't get me
But
mad. Good.
remember, the church don't have enough relationship
don't
songs.
relationships.
Remember, they listen.
JD, I get really perturbed when everything you know had to be everybody you like or everybody you know. This had to just be totally misrepresenting standards.
No, I watch things differently.
Anyway, let's go
I
on
look
with
at
the
it
show.
as a relationship songs, and there's sometimes
Gerald
couples
says
need to have
he's not
music
hearing
that,
what
you know.
you're saying. Yeah. And I'm listening to him as well. So let's go back to the game. Yeah.
Run crying. Yes. There's some songs that relationships.
We are not hearing you.
Their music.
Uh-huh.
There's music
Hi,
that
Linda.
is not in the church.
And then
to
there's
have
music that
relationships
needs, and then
for
there's
adults.
music that needs to be in the garbage. Let's go. Who going first? We had a flip.
Where the quarter?
Right here.
All right, pull back.
You know the anchor holes?
Come on, let me wait. Hold up, yo. Does anyone know where we could get something?
We can
to
go.
put
We
under,
can go in a furniture store and ask them. They go tell me.
because this table keeps sliding, and every time I keep pulling it back, it just keeps sliding, driving me crazy.
You know the anchor holes?
You what?
You know that song, the anchor holes?
No, what is that?
Right. So, you see what I'm talking about?
How'd I go?
He don't know the anchor holes, but he know wolf.
The anchor holes.
Let's flip.
When me say wolf,
The anchor holes. You don't know that song? The anchor is Jesus, eh? Right. Know that.
babe, we in a
But
relationship.
wolf.
We
Get-
might. If I
watch
say
me.
wolf, you say wolf.
If I say wolf, I say mash. That's what I say. Let me go.
There you
Wait, what are you choosing?
go. The one with the birds.
Okay.
All right, cool. I go first. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go.
All right. In the classroom. In the classroom. In the classroom.
Let me do my thing first now, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Let's get ready to rumble.
There you go.
All right.
Yo, I run things in the classroom.
I like wings in the classroom.
Yeah, see my blings in the classroom.
You're talking good things in the classroom.
I said things already.
You said things already?
Yep, I run things in the classroom. I tell her I'm going and mash you up tonight. Mash up.
All right, focus. The anchor
Mash
holes.
up. Let me
The
go.
anchor holes. In the classroom. Put the music louder now, because you're talking so loud. Hey, what we doing in the classroom?
They call me bird in the classroom.
Yo, what's the word in the classroom?
Yo, didn't you heard in the classroom?
Yeah, I heard you're absurd in the classroom.
Yo, the cows in the herd in the classroom.
Did I say herd already?
Yeah. Didn't you heard in the classroom? The cows in a herd of cows.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
All right.
I got words, I got bars.
Okay. The milk, it curd in the classroom.
Damn it.
Let it breathe.
1-1.
Hey, hold on now, let breathe and shake him.
Nah, don't like no breathe. Let me go. Don't like no breathe. I'm trying to think of my word. Don't be fast. Yeah, 1-1. Bang.
Hey, what we doing in the classroom? My name is Butterscotch in the classroom.
A hopscotch in the classroom.
Top notch in the classroom.
I watch my watch in the classroom.
Oh my God.
Let me go. 2-1. I'll go destroy it tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Watch me whining you in the classroom.
The sky is blue in the classroom.
I run right through in the classroom.
I don't have on my shoe in the classroom.
Whoa, your shoe is new in the classroom.
So what we gonna do in the classroom?
Sick like flu in the classroom.
You miss curfew in the classroom.
Lesbian like blue in the classroom.
I said blue already.
I said lesbian like blue.
What?
You know blue?
Okay, JD. So that's her name now.
Yeah, that's her name.
Okay, let's go.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. All right.
You have to.
I bid you adieu in the classroom.
Yeah. I go who in the classroom.
I go shoo in the classroom.
Yeah. Picky boo in the classroom.
Pikachu in the classroom.
No!
We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get
Rhonda say nope. Nisa said blue. I also said blue, but that's a person. That's her
Yeah.
name.
So that's why I let it fly.
All right.
All right.
Hayden. Gosh.
2-2.
2-2. Let me go.
Hold on, I ain't ready yet. Last round. In the classroom. In the classroom. Hey. Camera in the classroom.
Hetera in the classroom.
Excuse me? Hetera? Jerry, don't get my mad.
You don't know what a hetera is?
Jerry, you're sickening and you know
don't
you're lying.
So you don't know what
You know.
you don't know hetera is, right? Let's just head across to Google.
Jerry, no. You just always do that. You know you're lying, man.
Let us head across
Jerry,
the hetera in the...
Just accept your loss, you lying boy, Jerry boy.
Bro.
You know it's not a word, Jerry.
I know. It is a word. I know it's a word.
Jerry, hetera is not a word. Could you just be fair, please, and give me the win? Come on now. Okay.
Oh my God.
So y'all know what happens when I win the classroom? When I win classroom, Felicia come out. My name Felicia. That's right, my name Felicia. My mama named me Felicia. And it's been a while, you know, but I want to thank my mama and my papa. They told me, Nisa, you got to read them books. Yes, you do. You got to read them books because it builds up your vocabulary. Yes, and you can win words like this. You know, I love JD, but he be cheating and stuff. And, you know, my spirit told me, take a word, choose a word, Felicia, that he's not going to be able
She said use
to
it
come
in a
back.
sentence.
Hold on. My spirit said, Felicia, use a word that he is not going to
Okay,
be.
wrap it up
I'm
now.
not finished. I'm almost finished. This is my concession speech. My name, Felicia. Yes, the spirit said, use a word that he is not going to be able to come back at you with. And I looked
I
to
should
the
have
left.
to come back.
Hold on. I
You're
looked
not
to the
that-
left.
don't do that again, eh?
And I looked to the right and I said, Lord, what are you telling me? I said, Felicia needs to hear from you, Jesus. And he said, use what I'm giving you, sister. And I looked to my right and I saw a camera. Yes, I did.
Who's this person?
Hold on, you got to focus. I saw the camera.
Just come out.
And I said, I know. That is the word of the day. That's right. My name is Felicia. I want to thank all you guys for the support over the years. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can I get my round of applause? Thank you.
You
Thank
get
you.
already.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, my name Felicia. Yes.
Congratulations. Jeez. You know, all your
Oh,
fans,
yeah.
no, it was Rika. Whole night, me and see, you know, coming from Rika. She come out the ball well done.
That's
A little-
Ricia.
Ricia, a
She
little-
was in the live, man.
Okay, well, I now see now. Good night to Ricia.
Atkins, why is he? What are you doing? Atkins said Nisa sounds like Kamala. Whole lot of gloating. Hold on. I have to address this because this is a serious allegation. Okay, can I just have 1 minute? Okay.
Go ahead.
I do not appreciate. Okay, my name Felicia. That's my mama. She gave me that name, and I think she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Hold on, Atkins. You cannot come into my winning moment like this. You cannot. Okay? I read the books. I read them books. I won fair and square. I said camera. And he tried. All my life I had to fight.
Let's move on.
All my life I had to fight, but camera took me to the top. Don't get my thing, please,
Listen,
Atkins.
right, so we have 31 shares. Thank you so much. That's a Don DeMarco.
Woo!
Bang, bang.
Thank you so much for 31 shares. Before we leave, let's get it up. We have 15 minutes again. I'm about roughly there, huh?
Why it is cheap, boy?
I wasn't cheating.
Anyway.
I tried to cheat. I would have dared if I see, what's the word? Header come out. And then Cecile say,
That's
put in
my
a
inside
sentence.
laugh.
Cecile say, put in a sentence. Hey, listen, May the 24th, where would you be? That's what we're doing. Aurora, May the 24th. Nisa, go get tickets. New York, come down the road, buy tickets, come down and support. A lot of people saying, Nisa, why don't come to New York? We plan was to do that this year, but our visa was, she got some visa issues, so we couldn't.
They don't want me to be great.
You know what I mean? I, however, have my visa.
They don't even call me to go to Tobago.
Would you? But they no. Remember, we speaking different.
Oh,
They
yeah,
gonna
we
call
speak.
in.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes.
They calling you to go everywhere. Bookings coming right now. Would you get angry if I say I jumping out to head New York to do not event, like to go and visit a church, come back and sing?
How long you staying?
4 days,
No.
4 or 5 days.
I'll just tell my sister come over. I'll go by her or something. I won't get upset. I'll be sad, cause
I don't want to make a New York run without you though, because
yeah,
I don't know.
wanna go with you, babe.
I don't know what's going on with your visa, boy. I feel next thing you know, my whole 10 years gone and I ain't get to take a job.
They don't want me to come.
Next thing, a whole 10 years gone. My whole 10 years gone, and you hear that just waited. Let me go in UK, yes? Let me go and do
They keep saying that we go Canada, we could do things.
If, I don't think you could, we ought to try to see if you're Canadian. I could go normal, because they do that whole online
Yeah.
thing. Right, so that is Aurora happening, all right? May the 24th. Tickets going now. And if all you see me in the street, I have tickets with me. Normal.
I have tickets too.
Yeah, we hustling tickets in the street like that, all right?
I'm not hustling though, but yeah.
Yeah. Coming on.
I'm selling.
Coming on, not next week. Not next week. The week after, normally we the 2 weeks before we do if you're doing 10 tickets or more.
We come
Only
and-
10 tickets or more.
That's a lot.
We come and we drop it for
you.
you.
10 is not 5?
Nah, we're doing 10 this time. Right? We're doing 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is. Closing thoughts.
I saw Christopher's putting in some salient points to the top, you know, before we went to before we went to the game. One of the things he says is people trying to belong to everybody but Jesus.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel like, well, just to recap quickly, a woman married for, I believe she said, I can't remember how many years. She has 2 kids, one on the way. She feels like her and her husband are growing apart because they're moving in 2 different directions. She doesn't particularly like his job because I guess his clientele is probably heavily women and attractive women at that. She doesn't feel like she fits that criteria, so she feels a bit insecure. She knows that she
might be a
shouldn't,
photographer.
She didn't say, she just said creative field.
Sound like a photographer. Photographers is.
Yeah, she does. She did say that she doesn't think she should ask him to, you know, not do his job because that would be unfair. But no, she just feels like, you know, they're just moving apart. And she asked, what do we think? I think that's a good paraphrase there. We did say a lot. I want to thank everybody for their contributions to the topic tonight. I feel we got quite a healthy amount of comments.
So you kind of fall in that a little bit, and because I do video production now, there are certain videos, music videos, I wouldn't shoot. I just wouldn't shoot it, right? Of course, you know the type of videos that is. Anything to do with gangs, videos with fire weapons and illegal stuff in it, and then of course, I would not do a video after our discussion, a music video. Well,
you know,
I'm saying before I would have done it and look at it as just work. I would look at it as work. You understand?
You have
Obviously,
to know,
it wouldn't be a
have to
porn
know.
video. I wouldn't do a porn video.
You have to know who
But-
you're with, and
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. I wouldn't do a porn video, but there are secular videos.
I will not be with somebody, like for real. And if I realize it's going down a road where we cannot come to a common thing because your job is literally stressing me out, I may remove myself from the situation. That's just me, right? I know what I could take and what I can't take, and what I'm dealing with and what I'm not dealing with. And I think I think everybody deserves the right to be happy and comfortable.
So
I
basically,
do
you're telling the
believe-
person in the email that she should.
I believe that there is healthy compromise, and I believe there is unhealthy compromise. You don't just throw the word compromise all over the place. There is healthy and unhealthy compromise. So I like that she said, you know, she don't want to tell him, you know, tell somebody what to do kind of thing, but you know, if it's really starting to affect your overall health, well-being, the relationship and all of that, especially where I am in my life, I just not going through certain things. It's just me. It was kind of blurry. Why you went and touched there? You just walking around when I giving closing thoughts? Looking kind of dark.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I think it's also healthy to acknowledge respectfully, not disrespectfully, where you are. It is unfair. You know, people have to grow. Growth is inevitable.
but if it's somebody's job, though, especially if you home there ain't doing nothing.
JD, it's not, you see, one of the things we do as human beings is a kind of tit for tat lifestyle.
It's not tit for tat.
Yeah, what you said there is almost like, so because
I said,
you don't
especially
have
if you
my
home
job,
doing nothing,
and that still
and
doesn't.
the man has a job.
That still doesn't.
A legal,
all
creative
right,
job.
It still doesn't warrant you discrediting someone's feelings because I'm not as employfully gainful as you.
We're
It
not
doesn't.
discrediting
it
your
does,
feelings.
How you said it.
Yeah.
How you said it.
Lisa, this is real world, you know.
That's right, and that's why I'm saying.
Oh, because people, when it's time to pay bills, people want to know about feelings. you know.
Okay, JD. Well, this is my closing thoughts. for my life, I'm not going through that. If I am with somebody who has changed on me so drastically that I can no longer function mentally,
Easy, Roger. Evening.
I, after trying, of course, may not find myself in that situation. I am not encouraging divorce and all of that, but I'm saying we have to have a particular type of conversation when it comes to relationships. And a lot of people get lost in traps because they can't talk out things. You know, they let feelings rule. And you have to be careful about that because sometimes our feelings can lead us astray. Right? So I'm saying growth is important, evolution is important. People change on you. Opportunities come. You're thrown into pathways that you didn't plan, which is why if you have a partner, you have to discuss how you are evolving. You don't get to evolve alone. Everything about your change and evolution is going to affect person or persons if you have a family. So you have to have these conversations. And if having the conversations don't lend itself to healthy conclusions, then after trying, after you've done all you can, after you've tried, you stood, you prayed and all of that, you may have to make some
I tell you.
some strange adjustments.
If persons are professional,
Yeah.
and they think as a professional would, you wouldn't have those issues, you know.
I love the word if. I love the word if because workplaces are workplaces are professional spaces.
Can I speak now?
And
Because
we
you just
know,
spoke.
but
May
you asked a question, so I'm answering in tandem your question.
And I'm
I didn't know.
Addition.
I didn't
I'm
know
an
you
addition.
asked, and I wasn't supposed to.
No, I didn't say it wasn't supposed to.
But that's what I was doing.
It's an addition. I'm saying if persons were to think or be professional and think as a professional, we wouldn't have these issues. We ought to know how to separate
That is
our
correct.
personal
That is correct.
issues, convictions, right?
That is
and
correct.
feelings from the professional workspace.
That is correct. And yet still,
Especially if you're doing a job that is not illegal.
that is correct. And that is why professionalism has nothing to do with anything. You have work wives, husband wives in professional places.
I'm not talking
and
about
that's what
that.
I'm saying. It doesn't matter. You can strip professionalism
I was talking
from
about
it.
with the topic where
It's
the woman
human.
says
We are
that
dealing
she's
with-
uncomfortable because you have a lot of women around his job and she don't know how to feel. And somebody
no,
could say, why
that's-
just do
that's
not
not
just
all she
do
said.
my
That's not all she said.
somebody else might tell she just mind she business, but it is her business. You understand?
Correct. And if you're with somebody who's telling you mind your business, you're in the wrong space. So you saying that to me means what? So you're in a relationship and you are bringing a concern to your spouse, and your spouse says, mind your business.
Would you be with
Easy sell
would you be
by-
with a man who is a male masseuse?
I don't know.
Is that something that you feel like you would not be able to deal with?
Well, touch is my love language. So when it comes
That's
to
his job.
touch, I'm answering the question to the best of my ability. Touch is my love language, and also words of affirmation, right? But because those are my love language, not skills, but patterns, if the person that I am with is in a field where those things are overly expressed because it's a job to other persons, I will have to sit with myself almost every day to make sense of that. And that's my right.
You have to sit with yourself almost every
Because
day.
that's my right.
That's what I'm just saying.
That's my
If
right.
persons were to think
That's
to
why I
be
said-
professional and
that's
think
why-
as a professional.
That's why I said-
Would you be a gynecologist?
That's why I said in the beginning of the conversation that people need to have real conversations with themselves before they jump into relationships. Because when you get into the relationships and you realize what you're really working with, you realize, I don't have the temperament to deal with this. And that's fair. That is life. You have to have the conversation. So you're asking me, I would have to think about it and decide, do I want to be thinking about this every single day? And as much as I may love the person, I'm supposed to be able to say, you know what, this may be too stressful for me. I don't want this path to be my life path.
How is it stressful
Because
to you? Is it doing
did
you
you
anything physically?
listen to what I
I'm
said?
hearing exactly what you're saying, but
No,
I'm
but
not
then-
understanding
okay, good. So you don't-
why that
right,
has to
right.
take a toll on
Right.
your life.
So you don't understand because it's not your love language. If something is bothering you and it's not bothering me, it doesn't mean that it has no value because it's not bothering me. Right? So that is the maturity level we had to get to in this life. If I don't like pepper, you don't get to shove pepper down my throat to tell me, well, nothing wrong with a little bit of pepper. What if every time I eat pepper, I end up in the hospital? Right? So it's not always about convincing persons that what your reality is, it has to be theirs. Yeah, you know, we have to be very careful. Janelle says professional spaces does not always have persons, and that's what she said in her thing. She says the persons around are not marriage minded or marriage something. So she says professional spaces does not always have persons who has moral values and God fearing. If it was like that, office spaces would be different. Yeah, you just had to know who you're with. That's all. That's
all right. Closing thoughts.
But that's mine there.
That's the closing thoughts?
Yeah.
So you would say you would try, and then if
Of
not,
course I would
you
try
out
it.
of the speech, you will get out of
If
the
it
space,
yeah,
right?
if you really weigh your pros and cons, and it is, you have to make sure that you're not being over emotional as well. So you look at your responses. What are my husband's responses to my
That is part of my closing thoughts.
right? What are my husband's or my spouse's responses to my discomfort? The aim shouldn't be to tell you that your discomfort is not real. But the aim should be to make you understand that I'm hearing you. I understand what you're saying and reassure you. And that may just be for that particular season. Right? Because he has to reassure her. And his reassurance could, really turn the situation around. If he fighting back, it may cause more,
Roger, let me drop a bomb for being with your significant other for 20 years.
Roger.
All right, he's been with his significant other for 20 years. To date, many times I had to compromise certain traits or behaviors to satisfy her. Sometimes it's stressful, but it's more stressful to see her unhappy, so it's worth it to me. It becomes challenging sometimes, but I've come to realize it's the nature of a partnership.
Good to have
I like
a
that.
male perspective.
I
there.
like that response.
I like it a lot, yeah.
And as he did that, my thing is, well, I don't know what are the traits that he had to compromise.
I like that he said traits because I saw us when I read his comment, because JD and I are very opposite. And when I say what I'm saying now, I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm just noting.
It's what it is. We opposite. I
So
know it.
JD is extremely loud. Loud. And he is always on the go. My personality is very different. And we have had to, like even at work, so sometimes when I realize, okay, this room is getting loud, and I prefer it to be different, I will just find a way to suck myself out of sucking his energy. So I may just put my head down or find a way to just let him have his moment, because I don't want to die at the end of the week from stress management. So I like how he said traits.
Where's that, right?
Yeah.
We go on what this thing tonight?
When, boy?
Wait, name again?
I don't want to say it online. Next thing somebody tell we only going to hell.
Wait, name?
Sinners.
Yeah, we need to see it.
Your closing thoughts.
Monsieur?
Oh, Monsieur.
Monsieur says, Nisa always speaks intelligently, and she is quite expressive and a good command of the English language.
Thank you, monsieur.
So, why is me?
You are JD.
Why is that? All of that big thing and accolades for Nisa, and I just, how you can tell shit out there and you just have, you're feeling bad a little bit.
Why he must
You can
feel
say
bad?
something too. Well, and JD, I
He
don't know.
doesn't want to. Everything is not a competition, JD.
I would have feel bad. Most artists.
Oh Lord, that is not abuse. Eh? We live in a serious world here today. You know, next thing they clip that thing there and say, "Look at that, JD,
Yeah,
blink if you
like-
need help."
Good night. I understand.
I understand, but that means it's unbalanced. You two have to be happy. Yeah, wishing you both all the best. Yeah, that's what I was basically trying to say. Both people have to be happy. So how are we doing this thing?
My closing thoughts. Let me give you a round of applause. No, Monsieur, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I just play hard. I concur. I believe and stamp my.
What? All your JD use are big
You're
words.
making me pull up the big words now, you know. Yeah, that.
He concurs.
Yeah, right. And I subscribe to what you say about Nisa all the time. We work radio, you know. We work radio on Sky 99.5 FM, reloaded from 4 to 8 every single day. And, you know, she is excellent with the words. Me, not so much, but I get my point across. Me, not so much, but I'm going to tell you my mind. I'm going to tell you how you... I'm going to tell you...
Jesus don't like that, JD. Come on.
I am still a big fan of cheese. Thank you guys for the love on it. All right, so I feel like Roger said what my heart wants to see. But at the same time, I also feel like this person is overthinking. I think she needs to come out of her head. All right? And there is a hint of insecurity. And of course, insecurity most times breeds a level of jealousy. Right? I don't know what his job is. So when she says he's a creative and it allows him to be around a set of women, and now you feeling that he shouldn't do his job, first I need to hear, I would have liked to hear what type of job he doing. How, because you remember as I say, Nisa, everything have levels, eh? Everything have levels. Maybe into some sort of a soft porn music videos, which are, they have music videos, you could do a soca video and whatever, and then there's videos that
soca
could...
videos are soft porn these days. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, they're level state. They're level state, right? So I don't know if he's a videographer, because I get plenty soca video jobs, you know. And then remember this one time, I get a job was to do a fiesta, a club, Spanish club.
What you putting it on me for?
No, and I just say, remember I didn't even tell you.
Well, I mean, good for you.
I didn't tell you. I just turned it down because I know that would have been a headache.
Headache? You wouldn't.
That would have been a headache.
No headache at all. You would have been able to live your free
You
life.
cannot leave man divorce me because I can do.
Yes, I can.
No.
I am not going through that, bro.
You cannot. That you can't go to the courts and tell. You telling that judge
going.
He get work to shoot music video for Spanish women, and I go on.
Well,
and
good. Well,
so
we'll do the separation thing and whatever. I'm not going through that, JD.
Excuse me?
I'm not going through that. I said it once, I said it twice, I said it thrice. I'm not going through that.
Anyway, so I, in my wisdom, for the Lord first, then me, then of course our relationship, I didn't take the job.
Good for
But
you.
I need to. But in her situation, if I knew exactly what he did, I might have been able to side with you. But until then, I would just have to say, hey, if it's something that it's not immoral.
That is subjective.
Yeah, because she just saying there's a bunch of women around. What if it's just if you're doing a pageant?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's subjective, so you always need more. and
Yeah.
more. You always
So-
knowledge is power, you know.
So based on the information I had, I will say, cool it. Go back on it.
Cool it.
I would say take it down. If you know you have a good man and he working hard, and he coming home and he doing multi things and he treating you nice and he whatever, and you just hear the enemy, the devil just come. Eh? He a wrong as a woman. And like what the man name? Brandon?
I'm not doing that, sir. I'm not doing that at all.
Well, it's what's kind of like that now, boy. You understand?
Very good.
So, so yeah. So my closing thoughts are, family, you are the way you're seen. Judge, don't judge unnecessarily. If it's something that is moral and you know it's something that you think you could bear with, don't just because you see that a woman are wrong. Wait, is what you 6? You 6 years?
I'm trying to give you your space so I don't interject.
So cool it, because you're going to mess up, watch me, you're going to mess up your whole scene, you're going to start a thing, you start to in the man head, and then you have a problem, and then you go end up with one of them same girl and them who are wrong, wherever and wherever. You understand?
Yeah.
And then you just, you want to know, whoa, you think, all you mash up, all you done, because you have an issue, because women are wrong. You make a whole, how do you people say, make something out of a mountain?
Mountain out of a molehill?
Yeah, you make that. You do that, and now you mess up your whole scene. And you're gone now, you're by yourself. You take 10 years to find our next man. You're not even close to good. And then when you end up with he now, he busting cough in your tail. Cool yourself. You know much women out here with man who beating them bad, and they wish they could get a man who working hard and bringing home. You there, yeah, women are wrong him. Yo.
That was me trying to maturely let JD finish his closing thoughts without interjecting. I think we have to be very wary of minimizing.
You're right, you have a good man, cool yourself.
Hold on, I let you speak. We have to be very careful of minimizing people's feelings, all right, in this life. That is why it's very important. JD and I have, I just set aside time to ask questions. Let's have a family meeting. He would watch me like I'm going crazy. I need to read Roger's thing. I don't want that to go. Right? He would, what was he point at all? What was that? And I'm like, you have to check in.
Well, you know.
Hold on, JD.
That was new for me, but I do it now.
Good. And the interjection of that new thing didn't mean it was a bad thing. We have to come out of the habit of just feeling bad for everything, but facing the things that make you feel bad. If your spouse or your partner says something makes them uncomfortable, it's really not the mature thing to do to minimize it. That's all I am also saying. While a lot of us could mature up, you know, as JD saying, what are you, 6? But also, let's be realistic. We live in the real world. And unless your partner is attracted to, you know, probably same sex or stuff like that, the opposite sex, you can't treat the opposite sex and the integration of that, if it's a lot, as something to just normal, because, you know, the dynamic of how cheating happens, it is familiarity, these sorts of things. So it's not that you're 6, but you also have to be awake. You know, so I don't think the way JD just says so. I think it's okay for your girlfriend to feel like, okay, you're always around a lot of women, and that makes me feel uncomfortable. If that spawns into something else, like if that is just, you know, questions, and it's unbearable.
But why most men don't feel like if the woman are wrong, a lot of men, it makes them feel uncomfortable?
I am speaking to the woman. You could ask your questions, right?
You had your closing thoughts already, now.
That's fine. I am toggling on yours. It should be a safe space to ask questions and make sure that you are fine. Let's be real. People cheat with friends. People cheat with family. People cheat. So if you are in a relationship, when other people come around that thing that is yours, that thing that you signed for, that thing that you prayed for, that thing that you worked for, I don't think you're supposed to be lackluster about protecting it. At all. So bear with me if I don't just, well, all right. That's not my mental. I don't believe in that at all.
You do have to do it like, all right.
Yeah, I don't believe in that at all. When we buy cars, we go and polish it, we clean it every week. We don't let anybody drive it. Make sure you pay your insurance, this, that, and the other. But when it comes to a relationship, when your partner wants, hey, be careful about that person around you, the time around, all of a sudden is insecurity. But with your car, it's just taking care of the car. No, we have to take care of our relationships too. They are important as well. And you still have to establish boundaries, whether it's job, whether it's work, whether it's church, and not just slap insecurity on to things that are not always as they are. I want to read, right, Roger. Roger says, Janelle, my traits and behaviors are not necessarily what made me happy. And if they did, it doesn't mean that they were good for me. This is a smart man. This is a smart man because I just always tell JD.
Diamond Bridge, you know.
He is?
Yeah.
He's a smart dude.
From a long time.
Because I would always tell JD, you know what people just do? Well, this is how I is.
From 90.
So you saying this how you is makes it right?
91.
No, how you is, you can't take that into a courthouse. You can't take how you is into the bank. When you go in the bank, you have to, what the rules on the door, no hat, this, that. You have to always, it's not how you is. That it will work like that. So he says, the fact that she didn't like certain things were probably a testament of those things that were unnecessary. That is a smart man. Sometimes you have to be unselfish and don't only think about making yourself happy, but figure out why your traits make your partner unhappy. It is worth looking into and checking. Can we give this man a round of applause, please?
Easy, Roger.
Smart man. Smart man.
Yeah.
Not how you is. Life don't work so.
I'm dying.
Shyla, you are absolutely correct. JD, you're reading in your mind there, man.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Bring it up. She says, I'm dying with laughter, JD. What you said was very serious, but the way you said it brought tears to my eyes.
Simon?
Yeah, let me go on. Sadie, let me get the last one. Comments keep coming in. Sadie says, Nisa, you're on point. And this is coming from a woman who has been married for going on 22 years. I agree with you.
Yeah.
You got Janelle on it?
Janelle says, if a person carries their self in a respected manner,
they won't.
Persons won't try them. Mm-hmm. But if they are flirty, then anything goes.
Well, that's our next whole thing too, eh?
Girl, that's our next whole thing. I went in the elevator going to work the other day. Now, sometimes I forget when you go in the elevator, you have to press the floor you have to go to, right? So I go in the elevator and...
With the other flirty man, I go boxing your head one of these days, you know.
Jerry, relax now. It's not a person.
Oh, the other guy.
I stand up in the elevator and forget to press the thing, so I go on all the way up to the 4th floor. So it opens and a gentleman comes in. So I say, what floor? So he says the floor. And he said something to me, but I didn't hear what he said. And I didn't too care because I'm very focused when I'm out. So
That's
he
really
says, yeah, it's loud. So he says to me, I say real bad skirt. So check me, excuse. He said, I say real bad skirt. I said, oh, thank you.
Well, nothing wrong with that. I didn't see nothing wrong with that.
No, but I was like...
No, I wasn't there, guys. Nisa was by herself in the elevator. Now, if I was in the elevator, he was not saying nothing. You know that, right?
Yeah, he probably would not.
Probably. That dude wasn't going to say nothing. He would not say, boo.
Yeah, but I just saying that to talk about what Janelle was saying. If I was a flirty person, I would have just be like, oh, thanks, You see that? But I don't even know how to do that. So people, you had to know who you're with. If you're with a flirter and this, that, and the other.
Well, a woman would not say you see that right off the jump. They would have just...
You see, I don't know.
Did I say thank you and blush hard? Did I do a hard blush?
All right.
But
Yeah, boy, Rhonda, the rain getting on, but we're getting ready to go. So.
Darren getting on, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So those are my closing thoughts. Before we go, let's thank our sponsors. Please don't leave yet. Of course, thank you to Little Caesars. They have this stuffed crust cheddar flavor. It's hot and ready. That means you walk in Little Caesars, you walk back out one time. Bam. No waiting. All right. This pizza is ridiculous when it comes to cheese. The family is going to love it. The kids are going to love it. And I'm a kid at heart. I love it as well. And Nisa, all right? It's the cheese in the crust right around the pizza. Then they drizzle more cheese on top.
Not the drizzle.
And then they have cheese on top. It's just a whole cheese fest. It's only $105. And Little Caesars is the most affordable pizza in Trinidad and Tobago with the highest quality of marinara.
Is it Mariana you're trying to say?
What's the name of that Italian cheese?
Is it Mariana?
No, it's not Mariana, you know.
So what is it?
Some other cheese, boy.
Mozzarella?
Mozzarella. Oh my God. Sorry, Sue. Sorry, Denise. Yes, mozzarella cheese. It is absolutely delicious. And, you know, sometimes you don't want a pizza with... Sometimes you just want a pepperoni pizza. You just want classic pizza. Again, thank you to Bold Designs. Oh, that's the first hour. So thank you to Bold Designs during the first hour. We deal in second hour. Right? Second hour. Nisa, get your tickets right now. May the 24th is happening in Central Bank Auditorium. Time 6 p.m. Nisa Aurora, the concert, it is happening. Live band. She's coming out swinging. She's not playing for slips. Full band, full background vocals. She's outside. Big and bad. Tickets are only $250. And the tickets are available at all Little Caesars outlets nationwide. King's Lounge, Barber Spa, Port of Spain, and Movie Town, Port of Spain, and Arima O'Meara Plaza. All right? And that's it. Oh, one more second hour. After Aurora, days where we heading. This is a Don DeMarco.
Bang, bang.
Praise on
bang,
Water 2K25. Is the Super Edition? Is the 7 Edition? Normally, this is a boat ride that's happening in New York. And let me tell you something. New York, nothing. Sold for them this time. But if you're in New York and you want to come down for Nisa and then head across to Praise on Water, that is what we're doing. You understand? It is going to be amazing on the boat ride.
Watch me now, massive. Thing like Jazzy, Nigella, Jara Nurse, Easy Michelle Sylvester, Blessed Messenger will also be there. Nisa's going to be there after her concert as well. And the boy J is going to be there as well.
Come on, JD, come on.
All right, so it's going to be awesome. Reverend Nico Balsing Holder, she's going to be there, and Sean Daniel passing through. This boat ride is on the Harbor Master. Early bird tickets are $200, only $200. Group rates are $150. After May the 21st, it's $250. You don't want to miss Praise on Water. Massive boat ride in Trinidad and Tobago on the Harbor Master. We go ram out the boat. It's going to be awesome. New York. No, not New York. Let me go to New York first. New York, if you're in America or anywhere in United States of America and you love our podcast and you say, JD, we know what they do. Well, let me tell you something. Let me take this down, right? Let me take this down and just share something with you, right? Because of where we are in the Caribbean, pull back the babe. Because of where we are in the Caribbean, our page is... YouTube is monetized, Facebook is not monetized. It means those content creators and podcasters in the States, they don't even need sponsors. They get paid for what they do on their views and ad spots. It's very different. I promise, if we were living in the States, this will just be our full-time job. And we'll do so much amazing things, right? But I want to explain to them now, right? So, the views, we don't get that because of where we are geographically located in the Caribbean. It's a low click per view. It's horrible. So people ain't spending no money over here. It's a waste of time. That's why we thank God for our sponsors. That's why we thank God for you. When you say AG, right, we understand. And watch, man, the Americans and them still put up for the donations because that is what you do if you enjoy something. So if you in America, this is what we do. Cash App. We have Cash App. We don't have that Zelly thing. Person saying open up the Zelly, but we'll just rock with the Cash App, all right? So the Cash App is $ JD's Vlog. If you're outside of the United States of America and you want to be a blessing to this podcast, PayPal is going to work well for Canada, the UK, wherever. They stop me in the streets and they say, JD, we watch your podcast, we love it, we want to give, but we don't have no PayPal, we don't have no Cash App. Why don't you put up all your account? Nisa and I have our joint account. And I say, well, I never really studied that before. I say, okay, let me do it. take a screenshot of this, and yeah, you can give that way as well. Thank you so much to all our sponsors. Let me see if we're here next week. Please go on. I think we are. Hold on there.
Next week is the 7th.
Heels. Bishop Crusade.
JD's thinking in his head again, real time. You remember you have your statuses.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Yeah, let's.
We have to do something. So,
It'll
all
be
right.
fine.
So
They would
stay
understand.
connected. Yes, stay connected to my page and Nisa page. We're going to have the podcast, but it's going to be some adjusted times. All right, we're going to be some adjusted times. Maybe next week Sunday we might do a Mother's Day special.
Don't do that. Don't put yourself in a position where you don't know what you could fulfill as yet. Stay locked to the pages. You are going to find out when we're going to have the next Friday and I'm trying to stay silent so he could do it, but he all over the place. Well, let's stay locked to JD's vlog, TikTok, Instagram, so that you can know when the next show is going to be. Yeah? See how easy that was?
Cheryl said,
There we
JD, drink
go.
some water. Thank you. She loves her dolls.
I do.
I think it's embarrassing, but she loves it.
Oh,
So
it's not embarrassing. I'm very secure in my femininity and me.
hey, I support you. I ain't gonna fight you. I love the dolls. They're so
You
cute.
got glasses thing.
Hey, women are crazy. You know, other women in here saying they love it too.
Yeah, man. Come now, you just since
Right,
I know
we
that
are-
you're taking 5 hours to say you're going.
Oh,
There we go now.
I thought you were going to say 5 minutes
it had
because you
thing
know
to do. Oh God.
I just take 5 hours to do everything.
Oh, Jerry, please get with it. You so insecure in your masculinity. You always have to overprove yourself. I don't want you to hold me down for no 5 hours. It had thing to do. It has close to full up still in the bedroom. This, that, and the other. Whatever movie or you're watching that telling or later, I want you to be on me for 5 hours. That is a movie. Get it together. This is real life. We have things to do. Let we go.
I was just saying when they say a whole
Yeah, there we go.
All right, cool. So we're getting ready to bounce out of here. Thank you for watching another episode of JD's Vlog. What's up? My name is JD.
My name is Nisa.
And this is the Friday.
Hold on. And this is Gerald. And this is Butterscotch. Why I keep forgetting her name, boy?
This one is Butterscotch.
This is something Bell, Christabel. I
Joni,
think it's
something Bell.
Christabel. Butterscotch. Woof.
Woof.
Gerald. And Nisa. We all saying later. Later.
Yeah, all right, guys. So we out. All right. Who said what?
Come now. What
Hold on.
you're watching comments.
They say put it up this one more time. All right, thank you.
Good night, Quesadilla, and everybody, Monsieur, and
Take
everybody
care.
else on YouTube. Good night, Suzanne Batiste, Ocean and Hayden, and Jacksonville, Sadie, Roger, everybody who commented. Love you, love you, love you. See you next week or whenever JD puts up the date.
Yeah, somebody just told me to put it back up on the screen. So take a screenshot, all right? Thank you. So see y'all.
Bye.
We out. Friday Online.
Felicia.
Nisa actually win tonight, yes? I tell you.
Bye.
We out. Bye. Later. Love all you later.
And take off my wig.
Oh my God. No.
I'm end the show. I have to tell you, end the show quick because like you keep it. Oh, watch. Come on. Let's go.
Podcast, read all about it. When it comes to podcasting, we are number one. All these sponsors ready, the big step ready, the internet above the up. Welcome to the Hey, Arima.
Hey, Digo.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Big up Canada.
Hey, Caroline.
Down in Tobago.
Shady life, UK, London, shady life. Everybody the shady life. Why?
I'm breaking the place.
Random singing.
I'm breaking the place.
Take your phone on. Shady life, Kaden. Shady life,
Debbie.
Patrina. Shady life,
Jacksonville.
Shady life, Todd Killian. Shady life,
Sadie and Joanna.
Shady life. Everybody just shady life. Friday. start the show.
Babla people like you know.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.